Good morning and welcome. It's a Friday edition, and thank God it's Friday. And I think I speak for everyone when I say that Friday is actually the best day, the favorite day for everybody.
Mine is Sunday.
Mine is actually Tuesday, but hey, let's just play along. Play along. Friday! Yay day! Welcome. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Now, what makes Friday really great is the fact that it is the start of the weekend, and then you can actually let your head down and just relax because the stress of the week finally comes to an end. For some, actually. For some.
Indeed. And no matter how tough your week was, no matter how bad it went, hey, we're here to serve you, well, hit after hit after hit. You know, you get it?
Yeah.
You don't get it, forget about it.
Now, welcome to your favorite breakfast show on all television, right?
Yes,
and this is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Agbodeshe.
And my name is Mazino Appeal. I was going to say Mazino Can Appeal because inside of the kitchen we have Titi Bobby Oyisa. Hey, Bobby.
Is this trend not over?
What's going on, girl? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to show you her very, very interesting regalia, let's put it like that, in just about a bit. But hey, guys, welcome, and remember, the hashtag to use today is, of course, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Yes, of course. And make sure you also download the TVC app on your phone from the iOS or Play Store so that you can have us in your palms wherever you go. Also, make sure you watch us on GoTV channel 16 and on UHF channel 49.
Yeah, are you following us already? If you haven't, then please do already. Please, okay? It is at TVC Connect across all the social media platforms, okay? I also heard something very interesting about Twitter. I don't know what Elon is doing, but apparently he intends to change the name.
Has changed it already.
Oh my God, the bird is gone.
The bird is gone. That's flown away. Finally.
Cute little bird.
Finally.
Guess what he replaced it with?
An X.
An X. That denotes or connotes a whole lot of things.
For all you theory,
you know,
theorizers.
Like end time. I'm joking. I'm not one of those people. But in any case, let's let you guys know what we have for. Help me out.
Yeah.
Welcome, Friday edition, and the ladies of Wake Up Nigeria are here. Bobby, welcome. How are you?
Hi, Ken.
Oh, that would be me then, I guess. In any case.
How's it going, everyone?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, it's just been one of those mornings, hasn't it?
It has been. You guys are, well, of course, obviously, I'm surrounded by ladies, but you guys following the World Cup, the female World Cup?
Well, I was following the number of goals that were scored yesterday.
Yeah.
That I did follow.
Okay.
As soon as every goal entered, for some reason there was an uproar.
Another World Cup?
Wow.
Female World Cup.
Catch up.
I don't even care to be honest.
Really?
But
You're not a big football fan?
The interesting bit about the goals that were scored was that one was scored by Asisat Oshoala, who's like Nigeria's premier of female footballer. And in the event of her scoring the goal, she was so overjoyed that she took off her uniform, her jersey. And that caused a lot of, tongue wagging and everything back and forth. First off, a lot of people thought that it was un-Muslim-like, especially because she's a Muslim. Other people thought it was not feminine. It was very unfeminine.
Well,
Not unladylike.
okay.
Let's put it that way. And then there's the professional angle where it is actually wrong for you to take off your jersey.
So I have a question. Did she score a goal or not?
Yeah.
So the manner in which she scored the goal, was it ladylike? Hello? If a guy had took off his shirt,
you're not even allowed as a guy.
I know you're not
Chasing
allowed,
the ball
but it wouldn't
around
have.
the field, is that ladylike?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, ladies chase balls all the
But
time.
to be honest, now what is it? Who defines ladylike?
Exactly.
And again, it's an expression now. Should we be limited by, what we can do or what we cannot do when we are excited?
Plan to be ladylike.
Just think of the times that you are most excited. Is anybody?
Maybe she should have done like this to go and score the goal.
Well, I've got one for you guys.
Wow.
So if I score in the very rare chance that I played football and scored a goal, and I did like, oh my God, thank you.
I would drag you.
There, everybody is laughing behind. Well, it's true now.
Wow.
Will drag
Goose
you.
gander.
So
Yeah.
my point is, even the whole idea of ladylike and unladylike, right? I mean, hello, am I allowed to say strippers? I'm breaking
Exotic
Exotic
performers.
dancers, yes. So we actually know ladies more to take off their clothes more frequently than men in public.
Oh, wow.
No, I'll
Winfrey.
I come for that. So I'm just saying, like,
Point.
I don't.
Point Point.
I don't
Point.
think
It
that.
actually should be the other way around. It should be unusual for guys to do.
One, like, okay,
I don't espouse to each other.
but then again, I mean, from the religious point of views, I guess, yeah, there are definitely certain standards that, I mean, also because she is actually Muslim as well. But then again, from the official point of view, I've never actually thought about, seen a reason why, because I know even Ronaldo as well, I think was penalized one the time for taking off his jersey.
They were
and stuff
excited.
like
They'll collect the penalty, pay the fine.
and continue.
Yeah.
They have money to
Tell you guys what, we've got so much to talk about that, especially with Mercy and his pink uniform just after Barbie was released. Only after we do the weather, the news, and then we get to talk about the movies. If you stick around, you get to enjoy all of that.
Hello and good morning. You're welcome. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinso. Thanks for joining us. We're starting in the nation's capital, Abuja, where President Bola Tinubu has beaten the 60 days constitutional deadline for the transmission of the ministerial lists to the National Assembly. Among those on the list are the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, and 3 other ex-governors whose names were part of the 28 nominees read by the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. National Assembly correspondent Tijesu Adeoye has more.
The Senate suspends its standing rule to admit a special visitor into the chamber. The Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Femi Gbajabiamila, is ushered into the Senate's plenary session to present President Tinubu's list of ministerial nominees.
Reading taken.
President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, then proceeds to call out the 28 names of the ministers designate as contained in the executive communication.
Of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I am pleased to forward to the Senate for confirmation the underlisted 28 ministerial nominees. 1. Abubakar Momo, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Chuka, CON. 3. Architect Ahmad Dangiwa. 4. Barrister Hanatu Musawa. 5. Chief Uche Naji. 6. Dr. Beta Edu.
Reacting to the content of President Tinubu's ministerial nominees, lawmakers commend the president for meeting the deadline. However, they say the screening of the nominees would not be business as usual.
I believe that by this weekend, we'll have the CVs. But I'm personally pleased with the caliber of men and women that have been nominated. But we can only conclude when we screen them. And if we find them worthy, why not? We'll confirm them. If we don't find them worthy, we're not going to confirm them.
Our business is to screen them, and then those who will be able to pass our screening should take a bow.
All these names you submitted, what are they going to do? Let's not approve people to become ministers and we take square pegs and put in round holes. We want to match them with their capacities.
The Senate has a tradition that if you were once a senator, you would have been screened to become a senator, and so that suffices. But in any case, it doesn't stop any senator from asking the relevant questions where it becomes necessary.
At the nick of time, President Bola Tinubu's ministerial list got to the National Assembly, but the wait is not over yet as more names will be sent in due course. Also, the ball is now in the court of the Senate to screen these ministers and allow President Tinubu inaugurate the Federal Executive Council. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News.
I'm looking at your feet. Can you imagine? A quarter of your bones are in there.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Want to show them your feet?
We're not interviewing my feet. Yo.
No, we are not, because we've been joined on the couch here by a very interesting person, a nature explorer and also photographer. Tony Payne is in the house. Yeah. She's a multi-talented, dare I repeat, multi-talented artist known for her skills in still life, nature, and documentary photography, as well as also being a poet.
Yeah,
and also content creator. Continue.
Podcast host and public speaker. Welcome to Wake Up
Tony
Nigeria.
Payne.
Thank you for having me.
How
Good
do
to
you
have
feel? I mean, having all those, being introduced and then having all those tags.
You know, I was asking, I was like, in the introduction, is there going to be space?
Is that-
Are there
I
any
like it.
characters?
I love it. It's like she's owning. Lots of people say, "Oh no."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, please,
there's more.
there's more. Definitely more. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
with
Thanks
us.
for having me.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Imagine how delighted I was to find out that you're also a documentarian, a
Yes.
photographer.
Yes.
I mean, that's so exciting.
It is exciting. It is exciting. I say photography is like the greatest art form. That is also very underrated, you know. But it is the greatest art form because that's the only art form that allows you to freeze moments in time.
Exactly. Boom. You said it.
Yeah.
And for someone like me who loves nature, I grew up watching David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know him,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Well,
Nature, the way he speaks and everything. So nature is a very big part of my life. You
That's
might not know
awesome.
that, but this is true. This is true. So that's why I was so delighted. And we saw a couple of your pictures. They're so beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. I discovered that I have a talent for something else.
So now tell me about. I like the journey, right? But before the journey, more importantly, I like the story that literally leads to the journey. So tell me, where did this all start for your creative side?
My
When
creative
did you-
side.
Yeah, like when did you realize? I mean, I have this thing. I think I need to explore it like fully.
So I've always known I had a creative side. I studied video digital art in school, so it was always there, kind of like dormant. And way back when I decided to get into the entertainment industry, one of my things was, I'm gonna get into the entertainment industry and I'm gonna do docs and maybe even music videos and things like that. And some way, somehow I fell into management and PR. And I had fun, you know, it was fun. But, you know, when you're passionate about something, it always still pulls you back.
Yes, very true.
So back in 2013, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the roots.
The original, yeah.
The original
Raw
original blueprint.
passion, yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay, but how do you go from what I've been building all these years to start? I mean, I didn't mind starting afresh. How do you go from that to like what next, right? So that was my what next, and initially it was gonna be documentaries and short films. And I kind of just fell in love with photography, just seeing stills and just like, oh, wow, this happened. And I captured this moment and it's here forever.
Yeah. So now I know people appreciate photography, but I think in a different way than you actually express. Now we see birthdays, babies. Everybody's taking pictures of themselves. I mean, social media and all of that now. But then again, documentary or let's say photography that has to do with historic part of things. I mean, capturing those moments and seeing those pictures from times that we literally, pictures that tell stories.
Before we were born, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
before we were born. So now, how do you appreciate, I mean, what's happening now in the world of, in the space of photography? Would I say as opposed to that or like in line with that? How would you see that?
For me, I am more in love with the mundane. So I like to capture things that people would overlook.
Exactly.
Something you would see and walk past, like right there. Like I walked in here and first thing I noticed was, you know, that right there.
Not all of us, not any of you.
Oh, come on.
And I'm looking at it like, it has pink. So a lot of people will see that and just kind of walk past it. Like
Ordinary.
it just really does not.
So you're more into the detail.
I'm more into the details.
Look, we were just looking at seeing some of your pictures there, and the detail, which you just mentioned,
I'm
was
obsessed
actually
with the
it's
detail.
very, very interesting. And the closer you get to certain things, the more you begin to think and like wonder, oh, that's there.
Oh, that's
That's delicious, actually. That's delicious. And the theme is I don't know how to express it, but you tell me, what's the theme behind most of your pictures? Do you have a theme that runs with Tony Payne?
I do.
What is
so
it?
I'm a still life documentary and nature photographer. And still life is the mundane things that are not moving, things that are not alive, things that, you know, I can walk into like the kitchen right now and I could put a composition together that would make you think, oh, wow. What is this trying to, you know, what is this trying to say? And I think my exposure to still life photography started with art, still life art, right? The Renaissance and just, you know, what are they trying to convey? What's the message they're trying to convey? And now bring in nature. So I always say I'm in love with the 3 Fs, and that's what I'm about: food, flora, and fauna.
Thank goodness.
So fauna would be your wildlife, your animals,
Yeah.
and things like that. And then flora is the flowers, the plants. And I mean, they're so important to us living. And I tell people, they're like, why are you so in love, with flowers and plants? And I'm like, they're beautiful, but guess what? We would not be alive without them.
them.
So it's not about being a dilettante because you actually went to school for video.
I did.
So it kind of like is in line.
Yeah, it's still in line with what I studied.
It's still in line. That's very interesting. However, now, are you in it for the money?
Well, I would love to be. But you know what? I've done a lot of things for the money, but this is more of a passion. It's a passion project for me.
Yeah.
But everybody wants their passion to pay their bills, right? So you can continue doing it. It's not something that I'm gonna give up regardless if there's money in it, but then I'm an artist as well. I sell art. So that's how I fund a lot of my projects is by selling my art. And when somebody purchases my art, they help keep the movement going.
Okay, so I was actually going to show you a picture I took and ask you,
Okay.
do I have something here?
Let's
I
see it.
took a picture of one of my mom's goats.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay.
And
The
it
fact that you
was-
did that is
Yeah.
a start.
Oh,
so now
really?
see that?
Well, I wish we could.
Oh, nice. See, you do have something going.
I would have.
Look at the character. You see that? I can
Yeah.
already see like.
Let me see if I can show the camera this.
Yeah.
Please don't
I don't
eat
know.
me.
Yeah.
Who
There
can
was
zoom
just
in on
something
this?
about it. It was really, it was captivating.
Yeah.
Right? Drew
They
me
have beautiful
in. I'm
eyes,
like, yeah,
by
they
the way.
do. And I actually do take some pictures of some flowers and all of that
See?
as well.
I think we all have like a little bit of it in us.
Yeah.
And I think it's just having somebody remind us that it's in us and we should kind of bring it out.
Let's show that goat again. Let's see if we can
Yeah.
zoom in on Winfrey's. I'm more interested in the fact
I love
that
it.
your mother has goats.
Yeah, she has goats. Yes. She
And
does.
not just
mother's
one, but
my
quite a
kind of
few.
Yeah. Now, do you see the other one?
They're so cute.
The other way. Be careful not to show pictures we don't want to see.
See that?
Okay.
Yeah, totally loved it. I just
love
had
it.
to go in and it was like beautiful.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what I do when I go home. So I take pictures
there
of
you
So do you think I could pick it up, this talent?
I think anybody can. It's just, again, like I said, if you have a passion.
Then I have to fight through the community and be relevant. How do I get relevant?
I wouldn't worry about that just yet. I
Really?
would just enjoy the process.
That's like leaving home and saying I'm going out, but I don't have a destination. I want to be relevant. So what can I do different?
I think, again, like I said, don't worry about that. Just when you're in love with something and you're passionate about something, the relevance will come,
Okay.
right? I mean, if you have relevance and you're not passionate about it, you're going to get tired.
All right,
and then you move on to something
I got
else.
one. All right. Relevance, pictures. So passion for photography, passion for music PR. Which one outweighs the other?
Oh, definitely photography.
Really?
Because it's my thing. Music PR was I was passionate about that because I was good at it. Not to like toot my own horn, when I was in Nigeria doing management, I was one of the best. And that was what kept me.
So can you say it again? I didn't hear. Say it again.
Professor, do you know you have a name of an artist?
Tony
Big
Payne.
Tony Payne is like, I can see that.
Right?
Like,
So
music.
fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy. It's like Tony
And it's
Payne.
my real name.
It's your real name.
Yes.
Amazing. So now there's a part of you that's actually a poet.
Yes.
Right, along those things. So
I
now,
do
would you
poetry.
say? I noticed with a lot of photographers or artistic people or people that paints, there's
Yeah.
always that
Poetry, yes.
part of things. So now, where does that play out for you?
So I'm like a big, hopeless romantic. So a lot of my poems are kind of centered around love and life. Not nature, funny enough, but I've thought about writing nature, like something that would make people pay attention to. Oh, actually, I do have a nature one. I have two. A flower is just a flower until it's not. A rose is just a rose until it's not. So I have a couple of actual
Don't
nature.
stop.
Oh, I'm poetry today.
Well, let's talk about your documentary. What is it about? What's it called? No.
So what I document. So I
You have a documentary coming up, don't you?
Oh, so the kind of documentaries that I'm planning to do is just to create awareness about sustainability,
Okay.
create awareness about climate impact, and just our environment, why it's important for us to preserve, conserve, and plant.
You've got that project, 1 million plants for change.
Yes. So that's what 1 million plants for change is about. So 1 million plants for change is kind of used my influence to encourage people to get to planting, get to falling in love with nature, especially the younger ones. My goal is to kind of catch them young, get them involved, get
Is that
them.
something we don't do right in Nigeria? We don't infuse that
I
nature
think-
into kids early
So
enough?
I think a lot of kids in Nigeria have a love for it naturally, because you see them out. You know,
They gravitate towards
Yeah, we recently discovered this plant called. I'm not sure if I can even say this.
Let's hear it.
It's called padimo. So when obviously because I shuttled a lot between America and here, I was never exposed to padimo, but everybody seemed to know what padimo
What
is.
is
And
it?
I'm like,
What-
it's a touch me not. It's
Oh, it
like
folds. Oh, yeah.
when you touch it, it folds, and everybody here knows it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I was excited. I was like, oh my God, this plant does this. And everybody's like, that's padimo. I was like, what?
Wow, that's very
And then
interesting.
They were like, oh, when we were kids, we used to be like, people were talking about how they were kids and they used to love the plant, play with it. So I'm like, it's there naturally, right? But it just,
We
they
just
need
never
that
pay
little,
attention to it.
yeah, we need
Tell
that
you
little
what, yeah.
encouragement to showcase it.
We're going to have you here on the show because I have a very interesting, very optical type game that we're going to play, and we need you because you
Okay.
have such prowess with your eyes. So you're going to be playing along with us. So let's do a short break. When we get back, it's going to be the games here for Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, Tony Payne will be playing. And you're welcome. It's time for the dailies. I'm joined by, of course, Bobby Onisa. Welcome. Thank you very much. Now, today, let's let you guys know what you'd find for a Friday, the 28th of July. July is almost over. Can you believe it?
Almost there.
Wow, we're almost there. All right, now, so let's get into the headlines this morning. If you pick up a copy of the Guardian newspaper, this is what you're going to be met with. Summer travel and inflation. Did you have plans? Well, hey, knock them off, because overpriced airfares, 795 naira per dollar, exchange rate forecloses holiday trips for average Nigerians. It is no longer news that our spending power has reduced, especially summer holidays at the time when I had plans. But at this point, I don't think I can do that because, I mean,
Doesn't
hey,
make any sense.
the airfares, the exchange rate, everything is really going to the dumps at the moment. And there are plenty of concerns regarding that. People actually having to export their travel, go to other countries to get outside of Nigeria. There's more headlines on the front page for The Guardian. DS is silent over alleged arrest of former Aviation Minister Serika. This has also been on the lips of many. And strike notice, NLC in contempt of court, FG declares. There was a court ruling to hold on whatever processes, but apparently with the strike notice, I kind of like...
It was something that that had been planned to begin first week of August.
Yes.
But we know that there's still quite a lot of deliberation going on with the NLC. We will be following that story.
We'll follow that. Police re-strategize as IPOP declares 2-week sit at home in Southeast. We'll revisit that on other headlines. And renewed hope, ministers. 11 states await nomination amid intrigue and lobbying, and engineer recounts 43 months incarceration without trial. All the headlines for the front page of the Guardian newspaper. What paper do you have?
I have with me the Punch newspaper right here, and it says El Rufai, Wike, other nominees face Senate screening Monday. President will create new ministries, form full cabinet in 2 weeks, according to Gbajabiamila. And the National Assembly awaits other state nominees. PDP faults Wike's nomination, lampoons Tinubu over list. And you can see in the photos there some of the...
Very interesting fact about Wike being on that list, because only just last year, and the internet never forgets, Nigerians dug out a video where he fervently said that he will never be a minister. Here we are right now. So very interesting times here.
Interesting times. Of course, there will be still a lot of debate on who they are and what they plan to do while they're there. But I actually appreciate the fact that people are talking about it. There was a time where...
Just give us a list and we're good.
Yeah, just give us a list and we're good, really. But now people are more concerned. People are actually looking into their backgrounds, into what they do, who they are, and how they will be able to help, hopefully.
Yeah.
We also have this other headline, reduce government borrowing from CBN, World Bank tells Nigeria, and UN halts humanitarian operations. US, France condemn Niger coup. Robberies, Lagos CP launches Operation Flush after a report that was in the Punch recently. We often say, that sometimes there are not many initiatives put together after a complaint has been made, but an article was put out, and from that article, it says now here that there is an operation that has been put together.
All right, now, so let's move on to the Nation newspaper, where you'd find these headlines. Big headline that meets you: Presidency, why Tinubu picked Wike, El-Rufai, and others. If you want more information on his decision, then you have to pick up a copy of the Punch. Senate begins screening of 28 ministerial nominees Monday, and more nominees in coming days. 11 states yet to have slots, is what the report says. At the top for the Nation, court rejects DSS motion to further detain Emefiele. If you remember, there was all of that chaos at the courts only just at the early part of this week regarding who takes the former CBN governor, or rather the suspended CBN governor, into custody. And U.S. pledges support to Bazoum after coup. At the top for the Nation, 1,200 Nigerian youth perished in Mediterranean, says NIS, and shelf strike plan, police caution, labor, security breach, a concern. House of Reps get 138 standing committees. Uzodinma to security, save Southeast from sit-at-home. Plenty of talk about the sit-at-home issue and how that has caused plenty economic strife for people in that place. Of course, you can imagine how that, taking away one work day from before when it was sit-at-home Mondays, and now to plan an entire 2 weeks. There are also security concerns, and the security agencies are on alert for this one. And, well, we'll wait and see what happens, and hopefully everything goes well. Very last, at the bottom of the Nation, Senator my eyes are getting bad. Bukachua sues DSS ICPC over harassment, and NGE honors Jakande. That's all for the Nation newspaper. You've got the last one for this morning.
Now, of course, on the cover of the Nation, the list of the nominees, the ministerial nominees, is right there in total, I believe, and according to which states.
That's the Daily Trust, you mean, isn't it?
I am actually still on the cover of the
okay.
Nation.
Well, you'd find that as well on the Nation newspaper. So, yeah. I want to pick up a copy of these papers and make sure that you perhaps maybe tell us what you think, your opinion. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Would love to hear from you guys. For now, let's move inside of the kitchen, where I hear that we're going to be having a feast with our chef. And Winfrey is going to be giving us the lowdown. I haven't used that word in 10 years. Winfrey, what's the lowdown? It's not a phrase you'd know, I'm sure.
Wow, interesting. But I'm glad I don't know it, right? As long as I don't have to deal with the things you're dealing with right now. Okay, so I have here with me Chef Tade, right inside the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. How are you doing today?
Good morning, I'm fine.
Good morning to you. Okay, so now this is your ingredients. They're confusing me because I can see flour and one.
Yeah.
I'm seeing sugar, and I'm seeing tomato. It's not bad, and onions and pepper. I'm not seeing shaki.
Wow.
What could possibly be going on? Are we having shaki frittata? Hey. What's the plan? Tell me, what are we making today?
All right, this morning, you know, it's summer. A lot of children will be at home and they want to do a lot of practicals. So I have here flour. I'm making puff-puff, but now 2 variants. I will make the normal puff-puff and Nigerian puff-puff, kind of. No, it won't have shaki inside. Okay. So this would be peppered.
Okay,
like,
on the
just
side.
Just on the side.
Because Nigerians like enjoyment.
Enjoyment,
yes,
exactly.
okay. So now we're making a normal puff-puff. So now give me the ingredients for normal puff-puff.
Normal puff-puff is flour, sugar, yeast, and you add your flavor to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's milk flavor. You said that was
milk flavor.
Okay,
yeah.
so now give me the other type.
The other type
Nigerian
is
puff-puff.
Nigerian puff-puff is flour, sugar, yeast, pepper, onions. You mix it together.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's onions inside Nigerian puff-puff.
Yes, you add it to it.
Okay. I think that's actually, I mean, Nigerians, we know how to remix things a lot. I think it kind of works and all of that. But then again, I think you're also spot on because for some minutes now, for a while now, I've actually been thinking of making puff-puff.
Okay.
The last time I made puff-puff was a disaster. It actually was flat. It did not swell. Please, why did that happen?
You need to check your yeast if it is still active. And that's the use of, you had your yeast and your sugar. Add it together, you mix, then add warm water.
Oh.
Add little, mix it together, and leave for a while to see if it rise, that means this yeast is still active.
Okay, so we're just mixing the yeast and the sugar with a little water and leaving it.
Little warm water.
Okay.
To check if the yeast is still active.
So that, okay.
That's all. After 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you come back to it to see if it's rise.
Yes.
Yes. If it does, that means the yeast is still active. You can still use.
Oh, so then before we add it to the flour.
Before you add it to the flour.
I never knew that. So now, definitely this week. It's a weekend as well, so you can definitely. And I love perform because it's very direct and simple to fry. Just that sometimes it can get a bit complicated. So what do we need to do first? I said this chocolate chip.
Yeah, chocolate.
Oh wow! So what?
I will melt this over. I have my chocolate ganache here.
Okay.
I'll melt this over as well, just to
drizzle over the puff. Oh, this enjoyment. So now, so what's the first thing we do?
Yeah, we measure our flour.
Oh, we measure our flour. Okay, that's another thing. So we do that.
Let's measure.
So how much?
Make 500 grams.
500 grams. So you actually measure everything when you cook.
No. Yeah, it's good to measure. It's good to
measure. Okay. 500 grams. We're at 448. 4. Oh, 5.
512.
511. Actually.
Still not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just go
so
over.
What does that help us do?
And then we go on our sugar. Let me measure my sugar.
So we need that plate alone.
Yeah. Put it back to 0.
Oh, okay.
We need 100 grams. For children, you can increase to 150.
Okay.
Yeah, so just for 150. A lot of people like.
I might be child. Okay, so that's 150.
Yeah, that's
so 150. For every 500 grams of flour, use 100 grams of sugar, or 150.
Or 150 in case.
Okay. Then yeast. Now I want to.
Now your yeast should be 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
Yeah, 1 tablespoon.
It's also very good for you to get this kind of tools in the house, the measuring spoons. I think it's very good. The cups as well. It also just helps everything. Is that 1 tablespoon?
Yeah, this one. No, this half tablespoon. Okay, half. This is 1 tablespoon.
Yeah. 1. Heaped or leveled?
Heaped.
Heaped. Okay. 1 tablespoon. Nice.
That's enough.
That's it. That's all the mix we need for the puff puff. Simple, but quite complicated. But very.
So we mix together.
We mix together.
You can also add eggs to it. Maybe just 1 egg, depending. And you can also add your margarine. Let me add your margarine. Okay. 1 teaspoon is okay for margarine.
Okay. You put that here as well.
Okay.
Wow. Just mix everything together.
Yeah, mix everything together. Whisk.
Okay, the whisk.
Yeah.
All right. It's quite simple and straightforward.
Yeah.
So at what point do we add the water?
No, you mix everything together.
First.
You let it blend.
Okay.
Then you add your.
What do we add?
You add this to it, milk flavor.
Oh, the milk flavor.
Yeah, 1 teaspoon is okay for milk flavor.
Okay.
So I had 2 TSP.
Okay.
1 and 2.
2.
Yeah, that's okay.
So that's half of a teaspoon.
Yes, half of, yeah, I did too.
All right, so we're on our way to Puff Puff Land. Okay. All right, so now we actually need to go on a break while our chef here is hard at work putting this puff puff together.
Welcome back. Now, there's certain individuals who have made quite a bit of impact on the music industry in their day. And today we have one of such people in the studio. It's time for a discussion with Anderson Obiagu, popularly known as Big A. He is the founder of the prestigious African Music Magazine Awards. And, he, as a distinguished entrepreneur, a visionary, someone who's played a vital role in promoting and celebrating remarkable talent emerging from Africa, he is here to talk to us all about so many great things that are about to happen. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So for those that don't understand, have no idea what Afrima was all about, can you let us into how it all began?
My background is promotion, so I've been promoting African music in America for over 15 years. And then, back in the days, our artists get nominated to the, at the BET Awards and then MTV Awards, but, they usually give them their awards at the pre-show, not on the main stage. So working with these artists all these years. So I decided to, my team and I decided to come up, create a platform to celebrate our own artists. So that was how we started Afrima 10 years ago.
10 years ago today.
Yeah.
So that's why you're here. That's why you're essentially home.
Yes.
Right? Because this happens where? In
Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas, yes, Texas.
So you're back 10 years later. The industry has definitely evolved since then. You're talking about a time when I don't think streaming services even existed. No. There was nothing like that. So let's give a little rundown into how African music has changed over the years for you.
Yeah, it's really changed. I remember when we started 15 years ago, we bring an artist on tour in America. You go to cities, you go to different cities, and we're looking at maybe 100 to 200 capacity venues. But now, these artists are selling out, they're selling out stadiums, 20,000 capacity. So Afrobeat has really evolved. It's really grown. It's global now.
Afrobeat is global, but then what does that mean for your platform now? How does the impact of the music industry now affect your platform?
It's great. It's great. Now they're paying attention to the culture. They're paying attention to the music. So now when you go out to the companies for sponsorship, they already know the genre, the Afrobeat genre. So it's not like you're trying to educate them on the culture or the music or the sound. They're familiar with it now. So it helps open doors now. So it's easier.
All right. So when I'm saying artists, let's talk about some of the key artists you even worked with. I know that Fally Ipupa is on that list. I know Wizkid is on that list. I know Flavor is on that list.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how you were able to encourage them to be part of your platform all those years ago?
Like I said, I started with promotions 15 years ago, so I already built that relationship with pretty much every artist in Africa. Okay. So when I started the award show, then they all came together to support, to grow it, because they believe in the work I've done over the years. So it wasn't like introducing myself to them. Okay. So they already know about it, and we all talked about it before we actually unveiled it. So
okay. So 10 years later, what is the plan for this 10th anniversary? How do we plan to mark this event?
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Fireworks, just the whole nine. We're going all out.
Okay.
It's going to be an amazing experience.
What's your expectation, though? Because the new generation that are listening to music, I'm not sure they will understand the impact of a platform like yours. Platforms like yours were essentially then. But now, because of streaming, the amount of money they're making now, do you believe the artists of today are as, let's say, respectful of platforms like yours right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because, growing up, they've known about the brand. It's not like, it's not a new brand, so they identify with it. So it's not, I think the upcoming artists, because even at the award we have different categories for upcoming artists, so they know the award, they know the brand. So as soon as you start getting popular or your music starts pushing or moving, you wanna, it's like that's part of your aspiration as an artist, to win awards, of course, to get that recognition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know you've been abroad for quite a bit. You came home to come talk about the awards that are happening. And it's happening in Dallas, Texas again? Yes?
Yes.
What date are we talking about?
It's a whole weekend event from September 15th to September 17th. Okay. We have music panels, African arts exhibition, fashion show, and then, of course, the grand finale, which is on September 17th, the actual award show.
So have you ever considered maybe bringing it to Africa, to have it here? I know it's always been held in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, one day, yeah.
One day?
We're still building the foundation.
Okay.
So one day, one day. We've gotten offers from different countries in Africa to bring it to Africa, but we want to make sure we're solid before we start moving it around.
Oh, well, that's interesting. You're not 10 years later. We're not solid enough.
We're solid, but we start entertaining those conversations after this 10th anniversary.
All right. Yeah. So, any big artists we're expecting to have at this awards?
A whole lot of them from all over Africa. A whole lot of them.
You don't want to let us in. You don't want to. Oh, come on. Tell us at least one or two.
So many of them. Fally Ipupa, Diamond Platinum. Then I'm just going to let you guys guess who's coming from Nigeria.
Why? Come on. Just give us one Nigerian name.
Rema.
Oh, interesting. Fantastic. All right, Rema fans, it seems he's going to be in Texas very, very soon. But it's really great to have you here. I was really hoping to hear some interesting stories about, some of the tough times artists and platforms like yours had back in the day when trying to grow the brand that you have now. Do you have any stories for us?
Of course, a whole lot of stories. I remember when I first did the P Square concert in Texas, Dallas and Houston. They were quite big out here, but then the culture hadn't really grown, at that time in America. So I had high expectations for the concert. So I booked a big old venue, thinking we were gonna get at least 3,000-4,000 people.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, we ended up getting like 400 people at the venue.
Wow.
So, at that time, people didn't really understand the music. It wasn't Afrobeat, wasn't really as big as it is right now. It was mainly dancehall and reggae.
Sure.
But it wasn't really, it wasn't always this smooth. It was a whole lot of, bumpy rides.
All right.
But I thank God for today,
Yeah, we are grateful for today. And 10 years later, Afrima is celebrating its 10th anniversary and we'll be celebrating very soon. That's, I think, September, yes?
Yes.
All right. We really appreciate you for coming to talk to us about this, and we can't wait to see what's going to be happening. And we have so much to look forward to in this industry. We have so much to look forward to with all the talent and potential that is in the music industry today. We would love to hear your thoughts. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tell us what you think. All right, at this point, we're going to be heading into the kitchen. Winfrey and our chef for the day are hard at work.
Oh, yes, we are. Okay, so Chef Tade, tell me, where are we? Where are we going to?
All right. We're about to make the Nigerian kind of
puff. Okay, so now what we've done so far is that we've actually mixed the flour, sugar, yeast,
butter,
and a little flavor.
Yeah,
flavor.
That's all right.
Then we added water. So I was asking Chef Tade, how do I know when its consistency is okay if I don't have a measuring? But for the measuring part, how many?
You can use 2 cups of water.
2 cups of water,
Yeah,
right?
measuring cup.
You're measuring. 2 measuring cups of water. But if we don't have that, now how do we know? So you said it's the consistency.
Yes, just check. It should not be too draining. It should also not be too thick.
Also not be too thick. And then, okay. So that's onions and pepper have been added to this. Should I mix?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Okay. It's not me. Okay, so tell me, so something else is on the fire there. We actually neglected our shaki. Why now? Tell me, what are we doing exactly with
I'm
shaki?
cooking it. I have to make sure it's very tender before we make the pepper.
So we're just boiling it now
sauce.
with what?
Yes, just boiling with water and seasoning.
Water, seasoning,
and
a little
onions. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so are we frying? So we left the batter mix to stand for how long now?
You can, depending, you can wait for if you're using warm water.
Yes.
It will take probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
But with ordinary water, that can take up to 30 minutes before it rises.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. So the warmer the water, the longer the time? Or
No,
the cooler the water?
The cooler the water,
the longer the time.
The
longer the time. All right. So we used, what water did we use? We used warm water?
Just ordinary water.
Ordinary water. So we're still leaving it to rise?
Yeah, allow it to rise.
All right. And then, of course, our oil is standing by. We're going to... So do we fry
There are a lot of tricks. You can bring it close.
To make it fry.
Some
people say you put it in the oven, but the oven should be off.
Yeah, it should be off.
It should be off, but I just put it and cover it so that some people also cover the bowl up with foil.
Yeah, you can cover it with foil.
To make it faster. Oh, amazing. Okay. So, that's that about that, right?
Yeah.
So we're just waiting now for that to rise, and we'll actually get on frying. So now, do we fry puff with really hot oil?
I can fry it like this too.
Oh, really? Will it rise?
It will rise.
Rise while in fry?
Sure.
So do you want to do that?
Fine. No,
So you want a pan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a long way to go.
So is it deep fry? Are we deep frying it?
Deep frying.
When you're doing, okay. So puff needs a lot, just like when you're frying akara, a lot of oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we frying with hot oil?
Not too hot.
Okay.
Because if you make your oil too hot, it turns brown.
Okay, on the outside,
on the outside, and inside might not be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hot but not too hot.
No, but not too hot.
Wow,
You can change for temperature.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. I mean, our shaki's on the way. It's getting prepared. Our puff puff is also in 2 variants. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing what this is like. So now, what are we doing with this chocolate chip? Are we?
We drizzle this on over the hot
So
puff.
how are we melting that? Okay,
We'll
on
melt.
fire.
We have to pour it in a bowl.
In a bowl.
Then place it inside a hot water
hot
to
water.
melt.
Wait, amazing. So that now that's going
Yeah.
right like that.
Yes.
All right, amazing. So I mean, Chef Tade is here giving us all the tips, all the tricks we need for this weekend. And if you're home, I know you know the way Phil is right now. You can actually just fry your puff puff. Turn on your movie and enjoy your life. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to spend extra unnecessary money, all right? So we're still here. It is the top of the hour. We're going to a quick break right now. When we come back, Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Sure, here we go. Okay. Yeah. So we're joined by Titi from inside of the kitchen. Were you in the kitchen all the while?
No.
No, you weren't. It was.
You weren't, but I was hanging out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I wasn't doing anything else in the kitchen.
All right. So I had to get my. It's my tie.
Really?
We're playing Order the Marbles. Right here in front of us, we have very colorful marbles of different sizes and texture. And we have 3 cups in here. What you ladies, not me, are going to do, you're going to order these marbles into these cups. Perhaps maybe by size, texture, but they must all rhyme. They must all have the same size or texture. Now, it looks easy until you notice that the smooth ones are 2 different kinds.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you must get the right size in the right cup. And whatever is left in there must be the same kind.
Are you playing?
No!
I would have said.
I am not playing!
So I have a question. For the bigger sizes, can the smooth and the marbly ones be in the same cup?
Exactly.
No. Yeah, they can. They're all the big ones.
Big
the big
is
ones, yeah.
one classification.
Big is one classification. And that's the easy part.
For the Gen Zs out there, marbles are glass, spherical toys.
Very, very fun to play with. Just don't leave them lying around. We all got beat when we were kids for dropping our mothers.
Don't put them in your mouth.
Yeah, or in your nose.
So we always like to start with Titi because she always messes every game up.
Really?
So she's always very fun to see.
Really, Mazino?
So if we can get a bit of music and let Titi begin, I'm going to, if you don't mind, Titi.
He's enjoying this a bit too much.
Titi, are you ready?
No.
Please do not cheat.
Cheat?
Oh,
really?
your makeup.
So I mess things up and I cheat? Really, Mazino?
Don't lose my tie either.
You're the games master for today.
I'm not gonna make it tight. Just enough so that I don't get your. Yeah, I remember that time when we lost your wig on the show.
No, you're just a.
All right. Are you ready?
All right.
Here are your marbles.
You're gonna let us.
Okay.
Those are your cups.
Okay.
Order them. Order them. The right order. She's going for the big ones first.
Yeah, I like smart.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't lose my marbles either.
You've lost your marbles. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. Are you done with the big ones?
Yeah. I think
Remember, each one you get wrong is a point against you.
against me.
The small ones have. They might seem like they're the same size.
Find the smallest one.
You want to be careful.
Is there a timer on this?
Yeah, don't worry about the timer. Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
We'll do 2 rounds. Tony Payne is going next. Titi, Titi, take your time.
I should take my time, Kay.
Yeah. Remember that 3 cups. There are 3 cups. There are 4 different kinds. Oh, Jesus.
I'm already like, I know I'm not.
You're seeing it, yeah? She obviously can't.
I'm seeing already.
All right, Titi, I'm going to count you. Oh, don't spill them. Yeah, that's the last one. That's the last one. No, all of them don't go in. Titi, no, Jesus.
No, that's what he
You know what?
meant.
Stop. Forget it, Titi. You're done. You're done.
Oh my gosh.
Titi, you're horrible. You can take that off. Let me just take that off for you.
How did I do?
Horribly.
Great, you did awesome.
I did
actually
great.
did great.
You did
No, she
great
didn't.
until
Yes, I
this
did.
happened.
The last
You've got the right sizes in this one, but
All
you've
right,
got
so let's show everyone then.
you've got
Okay.
3 that are not smooth.
Not smooth.
So these 3 are not supposed to be in there. Those count against you. That's 3.
Okay.
Now here you've got the large one in, 2 large ones in here. Listen, this one is not even. This doesn't count. This you tried here. The big
tried
ones
it,
are all
yeah,
in
the
there.
big
But
ones. Okay.
I can already tell you that you've lost woefully. So let's do Tony Payne.
Okay. Let's
Your
see.
turn.
Okay.
But no, you need to play this game.
Yes.
I will be very good at it.
You think?
I will be very good at it. Tony, let me come over. Don't worry, I'm going to be very,
I have
very
set
gentle.
templates.
Tony, may I?
Amen.
Right, I will make it tight. Don't worry, it won't be tight.
I'm mixing it.
I'm gonna follow the
Right.
What? The template.
Titi, you're going to help show her where they are,
All right.
so that they don't. I
Okay.
don't want to ruin your wig
All right.
or anything. Oh, it's your hair. It's her hair.
Yeah,
Real.
it's my hair. Yeah.
She bought it.
Yeah. It's
You
mine.
ready?
I bought it.
Okay.
All right.
Just
So.
sorry.
So
Okay.
Those are your marbles.
Okay,
Those are the marbles.
And here is your first cup.
3, 2, 1.
Here's your first cup.
Okay, this.
Go.
Yes, I'll hand you the next one whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Lost.
She's
Lost your marbles.
So far, she's doing good, much like you started. Much like you started. The bad part is when
It's
No.
I'll hand you another one if you think you want to go for the other sizes or textures.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
2 hands there.
Very tactile.
Can I use 2 hands?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
You just have to know where the cups are when you're ready. I see what you're doing there. Nice. Titi learned from the best. Here you go.
Wow. No.
Go.
Wait,
No, hey,
let
don't
him-
touch it.
sorry,
Allow her.
sorry.
Let her. Keep going. Keep going. I see. She's even still cross-checking them. See?
Wow.
Interesting. So what you don't know at home is that some of the marbles are rough. So Tony Payne is specifically picking out those rough ones. There's another cup here.
Why are you telling her what she's doing?
No, I'm explaining to everyone.
You're handing her the cups, now you're telling her what she's doing?
I have to. She's blind.
You didn't help Titi, did you?
I hope you play.
Thank you for defending me, sister girl.
I hope you play.
Thank you.
Which cup do you need? Which cup do you need?
cup.
Okay, there you
All right.
go.
All right. All right.
Mazino and Tony literally
Good.
play this game.
Okay.
Like,
So
literally.
now, so Winfrey,
All right.
you probably notice how silent Mazino is when you're playing.
What are you looking for? Which cup? Which cup? Rough cup. Rough
I'm
cup.
probably talking in the other.
And I'm going to call time. What are you looking for?
The rough cup,
Rough cup here.
smooth
Wow.
cup.
2, smooth
Wow.
cup. And 1. Stop. Now this is when they say somebody is, help me out, Winfrey, help her out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there you go. This is talent.
Wow.
No, seriously. She only got,
helps her out. All through.
she
I
only
think
got
he's looking for a free photo shoot.
All right.
all the rough ones in 1 cup except 1.
Oh.
And then all the big ones in 1 cup.
all the big
learned
ones.
from the master. Titi was rubbish.
Actually, yeah, she did the template.
Tony, thank you very much.
If I had more time, I think I would have.
I'm sure you would. Unfortunately, we can't see your session, Winfrey.
Winfrey,
Because we have to bring you to the kitchen where we have something very delicious.
Okay.
So let's take you over there already, shall we?
all right.
Yeah.
Back in the kitchen, finally.
Okay, so welcome to our kitchen. So we have Chef Chadi here. He's literally been at work all through the show, putting together this puff and peppered shaki. We'll like for you to try it out and tell us exactly what you think about it. So now, is that the Nigerian one?
Yeah, that's nice.
So the puff, there are 2 types of puff. There's
Okay,
the normally fried one that has a drizzle on it, and then this one has pepper in it. Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy.
Oh, nice. So that has pepper in it. I mean, the Nigerian style. So yeah, please try
So
it
this
out.
is the Nigerian style. What country is that?
Let's just say continental.
Continent. Okay, so I'll start with Nigerian.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, we gotta represent. So do we eat the puff up with the shaki?
You
or?
can.
You can. Anyone you want to do.
Okay. And I'm a foodie, so
I'm surprised you didn't whip out your phone and take a picture already.
wow.
All right.
Right?
I know.
All right, let's see.
Shaki for me,
I'm actually looking. Oh, I don't want it to fall.
Can we
Okay.
pierce that one? We can't.
Okay.
While Tony Payne is battling her shaki, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been on the show this week, especially you, Tony, for giving us that extra, what do you call it, the cherry on the ice cream Friday? Get it? It was wonderful having you over. And of course, everybody who was in here, or rather with us since 7 a.m. or even since Monday, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a grand week, I dare say, that I've had fun all through. And hopefully you have as well. You guys want to say anything? Goodbye?
We're going to be back 7 a.m. Monday morning. Can't wait for you to be right here with us.
I didn't get that memo. Morning. Bye-bye.
Bye.